how are you doing? I am Sankalpita and I'm back in my channel with yet another book review of a book which I recently read. Now, this book is called Songs of Stone and it's written by Sujata Sabnis. Now, she's a new name, I haven't heard of her before, but I am really glad that I got to know about this young budding author. So before going into the review, let me tell you a little bit about the story. Now, this is a story of two people, Nilofer and Jagat, and it's a historical fiction. It's set in the 17th century Mughal India, and it's a really cute one. And so let's get into the review. So talking about the plot, I would give the plot a 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is like a really good rating from me. I would give this because it's a very tight-knit plot. It's not very fast, because historical fiction, which is actually also a romance novel, is not supposed to be really fast. So the plot is really good. It's backed by facts, and it has a lot of Mughal life in it, so it becomes really interesting. And the story is maintained at an even pace throughout the book, so nowhere in the book there's a dull moment, and it's really fun to read. Moving on to the characters. On characters part, I would give this book like 5 out of 5 stars because the characters are really good. Nilofer is really good and Jagat is also really good. And when you read about them, you will get really emotional. They are just so much full of love and so much full of life and so much passion they have for each other that I'm sure you would be just spellbounded by them, just like I was. So the characters, yes, it's a 5 on 5 for me. On writing style, I would give this book like 4.5 out of 5 stars because again, it's a very good book. It's a very decent book. The concept of the book is actually a romance which is set in Mughal India, and because of that background, we get to know so much about the life of the life of normal people in the Mughal India, and it also talks a lot about the harem of the Mughals. So the insights into the harem and how the harem used to be, and lots of things about the Mughals and their darbars and their people and their courtesans and their wives, concubines, everything. It's really interesting. So this writing style is really good. It works for the reader. It never gives a dull moment to the reader, and yeah, it's really good. Now, I would rate this book like 4 on 5 in Climax because yeah, though the Climax was not as good as the book, but yeah, it was fairly good. So yeah, it's a 4 on 5 for me. Now, moving on to the entertainment quotient, the book deserves definitely a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I am sure even if you do not like romance novels and you like historical novels, you should go for this. This book is absolutely unskippable. Do not skip this book. Honestly, it's one of my best reads of 2016, so I'm really glad to share this book with you guys. And if you feel I have not told you sufficient about the story, so the story goes like this. There's a girl called Nilofer who's a Muslim, and there's a guy called Jagat. Now they are living in some part of the Deccan Plateau in India during times of Mughal. And what happens is this girl's father, Nilofer's father, has some kind of animosity with some general. So what he does is he kidnaps this girl. He kills her father, and he kidnaps Nilofer and sends Nilofer to the Mughal Sultan's harem. Now what happens, Jagat is actually already in love with Nilofer, and he has resolved to marry her one day. But when he gets to know about this little fiasco that Nilofer has been kidnapped, he sets on a journey to rescue her from there and bring the love of his life back. So that's how the tale goes, and it's really good. And as I told you, there's never a dull moment in the story, and if you would believe me, which I think you should, I would like to tell you that I was crying in the story. Like towards the end, there was so much emotion. There was just so much emotion that I actually cried. And I think if a book can make you cry, then it deserves like really 4.5 or 5 stars, and it really deserves a read. So guys, do check this book out. It's a much recommended read from me, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did and you have read the book, or you're trying to read the book, or you are going to read the book, or you have any comments, suggestions, blah 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 about the book, do let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn that notification on. You will be notified every time I post a new video.